Welcome back to some more Netrunner from San Francisco, San Francisco Bay Area. This is from the 2015 Regionals, Northern California Regionals. This was Game Castle Santa Clara. So Santa Clara being right by San Jose. And this was the Chrome City data pack got released about 2 days before this tournament. A lot of
Yep.
people were rushing out to go get that. And I have with me Noah McKee. Noah McKee won this regional event, 89
Hey,
people, number 1 seed, and he ended up sailing through the winner's bracket to win the whole thing. And how are you doing today, Noah?
Great. Happy to be watching some Netrunner.
Yeah, and we have, this is an exciting game. This is Greg on the left, who was featured in the last video. He is playing his Andy deck once again, and we have Wes on the right playing Replicating. And do you want to talk about this Replicating deck a bit?
Yeah, Wes and I are friends and playtesters together, and we built this deck the night before regionals, just kind of laid it out and figured out exactly what we wanted to do, so I should know the deck card for card. And yeah, it ended up doing pretty well for both of us, so it was good.
And we won't, we have to spoil that you won the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
but for the viewers, we'll try not to spoil any other
No,
results,
definitely not.
just for the fun of it. And so the game is already going. We got Andy here with a pretty strong start,
Yeah.
not a super aggressive start,
No.
but we have security testing down, silencer, Katie with a token, and Wes has a bunch of ice in. What do you think that is down there in the remote?
The remote is probably a mental health. Archives is probably a crick. That's why he didn't res it, and gave Greg
Right.
his security testing. Oh, DBS. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So the security testing target was Archives, and he ran it, and Wes did not res because, as Noah said, it was probably Crick. So there's no reason to res Crick in that instance and give away what the ice is. Even though Greg probably knows it's a Crick.
Yeah. Wes and I play 2 pads, so any face down could be a mental, a Jackson, a DBS. Yeah, again, giving him the security testing, but Greg's gonna want to trash the DBS, so then Crick will come online. But maybe not this turn, I don't know.
It looks like he's let it stand. Wes here does not have a ton of credits yet, so maybe he's figuring he has a little bit of time here to build up more before going after the DBS.
Yeah.
And I think you're right about that being a mental health here.
Cool, so he's got an Earthrise.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got Earthrise, Katie with 3 tokens. That is the mental health.
Yeah.
He's got 2 silencers online already. That's really good. I mean, how strong is Switchblade versus this deck?
I think super strong. I mean, that's a lot of, I think that's the main reason why people have moved away from like Sentries RP and gone towards Code Gates RP, like from Worlds last year. Just because Stealth Andy can walk through like Komayunus and Sarugis and stuff. Oh, cool. So Wes and I play 1 Crisium. That's probably a Crisium on HQ, or maybe a Caprice to really deny the Siphon, but
It could be a Caprice also if, I can't really tell, but he might have agendas in hand, so that could be an okay thing to do, I guess. I don't know if that's a generally good play in this deck.
yeah. So, yeah, Wes has to give Greg the security testing, because Crick still isn't online, which, is kind of a bummer, but...
And this might also be part of the reason why he is not trashing
Yeah.
these assets.
Which would be very
It's kind
smart.
of a weird decision to have to make, but I guess that could be the right decision.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to let RP, like DBS, all those good agendas to the bottom of the deck, because there's already so few.
So I was noticing a theme here, especially in this cut as I was watching. I remember around Worlds last year, the thing was, don't trash the pad campaign. Like, this is with NEH we're talking about, because you just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
And in this cut, I was noticing, I don't know about Greg here, but I was noticing a lot of runners trashing these assets. This is mostly in the RP matchup, but do you have any...
That's exactly
commentary on that?
that's exactly why Wes and I decided to play 2 pads, is that if your opponent is doing econ denial, it's really not that hard to trash just mental health and DBS. So we put 2 pads in there to kind of like put the drip econ over the top. It's just like a case-by-case thing, a player-by-player thing. Some people have different rules about it. Greg seems to just let him have whatever he wants as long as as long as Greg can have security testing. But yeah, I don't know. Wes is getting a lot of triggers, so
I know he's already at a beanstalk at the start of his turn here, working
yeah,
towards that hedge
exactly.
fund. Something else worth pointing out here is that these security testing have only been for 2 credits. Desperado is not online yet.
Yeah.
So, I could, again, Wes hasn't really been able to respond to that even, but it hasn't been horrible for Wes. Like, a click for 2 credits is good, but it's not as ridiculous as a click for 3.
Yeah.
And Greg taking the security testing once again.
Greg's got, is that 15 or 18 on Katie? So
That is 15. I believe that's 15. I believe it's 15, yeah.
yeah, Greg might be waiting to get Desperado before he trashes his assets. Like maybe he's very stingy.
Yeah.
He wants like that 1 credit. That could be reasonable.
And he is, he's drawn a lot of cards here with the Earthrise. He's taken some cards, so he's not really doing a lot of runs. You see, that could be a reflection of not having the Desperado, like you say. So there is the hedge fund he's getting. So
Wes leaves
that
1
is so
face
nuts.
down. So I wonder if that's Jackson on the end or.
It must be Jackson or DBS, right?
Well, I think he would have popped it if it was DBS. There's nothing wrong with
yeah.
2 DBS.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, I wonder what that is. Maybe it's like a preemptive Caprice, and now he's gonna hash it. Yeah, or ice it. Interesting.
And look at this card draw for Wes has been really interesting. He's only gotten 3 ice, presumably. I think he would have iced stuff more at this point if he had it.
Yeah, he might have like, yeah, or put something else on archives to kind of deny the testing.
Right.
Yeah, this is a good example of a game where both sides just like say, okay, we're both gonna do our own thing for a few turns, and
Right.
they're both operating their decks like at the peak of,
Yeah, they're doing a Netrunner single player mode.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. Making it the Euro board game, like making as much money as possible.
And I like the Katie Jones at this point, but I don't know if as a runner if you could compete with a free hedge fund every turn.
Yeah, and the only one I'm really skeptical about is the DBS, because we're playing the 9 agenda version, and there are only 9 agendas. And if he's getting the Niseis that he wants and burying the NAPDs, it could get really hard to find agendas, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter.
All right, so new server using Jackson. And Greg here is holding on to 6 or 7 cards here, of course, because of the mental health clinic. So that's helping him out probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Criminal doesn't usually recur a lot from the heat.
No.
So he's probably happy about that. Mental health is a nice card. It helps both players out.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to be stacking up these here for the benefit of us video people here. Appreciate that one, Wes.
Yeah, so
Wes is very good about being a camera player, I've noticed. He stacks his credits very nice.
Oh, yeah,
it's very
totally.
easy to read his board state as a commentator.
Definitely.
I always like commentating Wes.
So I don't know what kind of remote he's going to set up. Greg played the Passport, which sometimes, I'm hesitant to do because it shows that I possibly can't break remote code gates, unless I'm also holding whatever my other decoder is. So maybe Wes is going to take advantage of that. I don't know.
So I do notice in Greg's hand is Yogg.
Yeah.
So he does have a response. He doesn't have any suckers online yet. I don't know if he has suckers. I would guess he has at least a couple data suckers. If he has Yogg, and Switchblade is good for data suckers. But
yeah, Wes and I were not playing Lotus Field. The only big code gate we were playing was Toll Booth, 2 Toll Booth, and Crick on Archives. Oh, cool. So I guess this is the play. Wonder
Yeah,
if he's gonna.
this was install.
Yeah.
So there was probably an Ashdown would be my guess was what that face down was originally.
Yeah, and now maybe there's a. If he doesn't advance it, then it's probably also a Caprice or maybe Sundew.
Right.
But,
We will find out if it's Sundew immediately.
Yeah, I guess not.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Cool.
All right, so he's taken. Oh, I think that was 18 credits, I believe.
Seems good.
Yeah, that looked like 18. Just, probably R&D interface down next. And he's pretty well set up to get into R&D there.
Yep.
What kind of barrier is this deck running?
3 Eli and 1 Quicksand, which we both decided to just throw in there. Oh, cool, Toll Booth.
All right, losing money, ending the run. Oh no, he could get through. It's gonna cost him what, 5?
Yeah, minus the toll, so 8 total.
Yeah.
I believe.
So yeah, definitely worth it at this point. He has the money, and you're already invested on that toll fee, so you might as well go on with your RDI and check it out. So Wes is preemptively using the Jackson here.
Yeah.
Just diluting R&D, I imagine, is the main idea there.
Yeah, maybe he was worried about Greg going to like check the Jackson and then manipulating that to see 2 fresh cards off R&D.
Yeah, could be.
Which is expensive, going through Toll Booth twice. But.
Yeah, but that's 4 cards in the turn, so...
Yeah, it's good.
So, there might be other motivations, like maybe Wes knows that all 3 Niseis are still in R&D and he wants to dilute it.
Yeah.
Alright, we can't see the cards, unfortunately, but
Was
not agendas. Yeah. So is this, what's the agenda spread? It's 3 Niseis, 3 NAPD, and then what, 2? Is it 2,
no, 3
future. Is that right?
3 future.
3 future, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. 9.
Oh, and Greg trashes the DBS.
Yeah, that's so if he left the DBS there, he'd be getting a guaranteed 2 fresh cards on R&D.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, what do you think about that play?
Maybe Greg saw something in the second place on R&D that he didn't want West to have immediately, or maybe just he got sick of watching West bury those agendas.
I mean, DBS is so strong that like. Generally, you do want to trash DBS.
Yeah.
Like that's a very high priority target. You could argue like higher priority than Jackson even.
Definitely.
And so, it makes sense that he'd want to just get rid of that. But in this case of like, getting into R&D, I don't know if he could sustain that every turn, but maybe that could be another factor. Like maybe he just knows he can't get in there every turn, so.
Yeah.
He's more building for like a once every other turn getting in there type of thing.
Yeah, also Wes just shuffled with Jackson, so if Wes was burying agendas in the first place and then he shuffled with Jackson, the agendas are now, spread through R&D, and maybe Greg just doesn't want him to bury them again, Like maybe he accepted that they would get buried once and now he doesn't want to do that again, which is smart.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Could be. So he has the Breaker Suite online.
Yeah.
The remote could be a problem, but is it doing 2 toll booths?
2 toll booths.
Yeah. Okay. So he might have another on the remote there.
Yeah, and then 2 Enigmas as well.
Okay. So Enigma and Quicksand. Oh, Quicksand's a barrier. Enigma he does have an answer for with Yogg.
Yeah, we'll see if he...
Still no Desperado.
No,
that is depressing. Oh, I hate that as Andy.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to watch, like, sometimes I'll forget I don't have Desperado and start taking the credit because it's so commonplace.
Oh, yeah, no, I do that all the time with security testing, and my opponent has to be like, oh, so you only get 2.
Yeah.
I kept doing that to Joey. He was the guy that dressed as Jackson Howard in our game. I kept trying to security test for 3, and he'd kindly tell me, "Oh, you only have no Desperado." And I'd, oh yeah, you're right.
There it is. That. Oh wow, so cool.
Future perfect down.
Maybe it might just be a preemptively advanced Nisa.
Sure. Yeah, no, because he's looking really good. Runnerson on, I think 2 credits. That might be a 5. It's a little hard to tell. It's either 2 or 6.
Yeah.
not like I should know as the commentator, right?
Yeah.
And 3 on Ghost Runner, 6 on Katie. Yeah, he's Wes is probably feeling good there with he has Caprice, he has Ash, he has maybe something like an Enigma or the second toll boot down. RP, man.
Yeah, Wes is in a great spot. Greg might just let this one go and hit HQ, knowing that Wes maybe can't afford to res like the HQ ice and upgrades and the remote. Or he might threaten it, I don't know. Who knows what he has.
I'm trying to figure out what he just did.
Take 6 off Katie.
Oh, he took 6 off Katie. Thank you. Yeah. I was trying to figure if there's security testing going on or whatever. And security testing is now in trouble here on Archives. His DPS is definitely in the bin.
Yeah, so threatening HQ.
So Crick down on HQ, and he's letting him run it.
Nice.
Oh my god. So he's taking the... Oh, no, maybe he's not. He was just asking... No, he's letting him run it. Let him take... Oh, I don't know about that. That's...
Yeah, you don't want to, but...
Yeah, but he didn't need to, right? He could have... I don't know, what is it?
3.
It's probably like 3 to break. Yeah, it's expensive, but...
Well, I think he wants to threaten the remote, at least.
Right.
And he doesn't have a... And Greg doesn't have too many credits, so...
Yeah, I think he's sitting on 12, I believe. Or, no, not 12. I think he's sitting on 7. Not counting Ghost Runner. So no res. And he's going to see... Ooh, that is Caprice down there. She trashes. Jackson. Ooh, he's trashing it.
Okay.
So that really hurts his remote play.
Yep.
But that, Wes only spent 1 credit on that, and he got a DBS out of it, and Greg spent 4 trashing stuff.
Yeah, this is an interesting turn. So I wonder if Greg is going to make a remote play.
Ooh,
Siphon, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he? I think he broke Crick. Okay, this time he broke Crick. There's some weird stuff going on.
Because he doesn't want the Jackson back, but yeah.
He doesn't want the Jackson.
I don't know. Wes could get siphoned and still be fine.
Yeah.
And then he can trash Katie, so he could even...
Am I right in assuming that there's no real tag punishment in...
No, there's not, but trashing Katie is really good.
Yeah, sure. Katie's good. I mean, him that Ghost Runner can even be good if,
Yeah.
Wes is getting 4 credits drip, and if he has a click to spare, that's basically, doesn't really cost him a lot.
Yeah, and all Wes needs on this remote is a code gate, so it's a pretty good spot. Another siphon.
And Wes is still, so he just clears the tags.
No, it's another siphon, isn't it?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Second siphon.
So he just spent the money for the crick, and he's gonna get more.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You're digging yourself into a hole with all those tags.
No, and he didn't have a click to run the remote.
No, he just wanted to siphon him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's really unattractive to siphon a corp who's getting that 4 drip.
Yes, exactly. Usually I want to take care of the drip before I siphon. So I think this might be advanced trash Katie or something.
He might let Katie stand just because Katie has no money.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
I think I'd be like, let the runner clear the tags if they really want, or let them start loading Katie and then kill it.
No, I agree. You're correct.
Yeah, because at this point it's just like it's kind of a
it's not doing
race
anything.
almost, and he's just gonna score it out. Looks like it. I like that.
Oh,
he takes his time to advance.
I think he got clotted one too many times. Oh, it is an FP.
Yeah, or even there's like silly things the runners can do sometimes on their turn with what's the thing that's like clot but
traffic jam?
The program that makes it harder to advance. Chicana. Even though there's no way in the rules of Netrunner that Greg could have stopped him, he just does this as a procedure.
Yeah. Wow. So it is an FP.
Another RDI down. Yeah, that was the future perfect score.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Wes must have just not seen Anise and all that digging, because you really want to save the
Yeah, he would
future
have gone the.
perfects because like they defend themselves. You know, you want to score everything else first. Um,
Right.
but there's one less 3-pointer for
Ooh.
Greg to steal. Oh, cool! The Cyber Cipher.
Hey. The Cyber Cipher is
It's
back.
so good.
This was in the first game.
Oh my god, I should have done it too. It's so good.
Yeah, I always like that
I
Cyber
know,
Cipher
it's
card, but I never
great.
played it out of Shaper. What's the influences? The
3.
influence is high,
3.
I thought.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's the same as
3
Gordian,
for
but
and he's. Yeah, that's
I was
true.
doing that at Worlds last year. Cyber Cipher Crim. Oh, I love it.
Okay, so that is Crick. He breaks for 1 with Cyber Cipher, and Quicksand he breaks for 1 with Corroder,
Then
and then he
Tollbooth
spends
is
like
5.
8.
Ah,
Oh, he got the Nisei.
yep.
He looks at 3 cards. Okay, the game is afoot. Don't count him out yet.
Yeah, I wonder
He's
what
got fight in
Greg.
him.
I wonder what Greg's thinking about money at this point. How he's gonna
he's,
make
he's
it.
thinking about R&D. He's like, I'll click for credits and run R&D. I don't
Yeah,
care at this
exactly.
point. Just
Old school.
yeah.
I mean, security testing is still good. Maybe that's what. I mean, Visage and security testing are doing work. So maybe Wes wants to trash those.
Yeah. And I believe those 4 bad publicity tokens down there by his ID,
Are
those are the
tags, yeah.
tags, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. So hopefully Wes isn't forgetting about that. I think it could make sense for Wes here to trash the baby.
Yeah, he doesn't. I think he hedges and takes 2.
If he did that, I think he should have killed the baby. I don't know.
Yeah.
He has so much money coming in the future. Just start killing resources, and then with your toll booth out there, like the threat at this point is the runner having money. Because like if the runner has money and you don't draw the agendas before he does, the runner's gonna win.
Yep,
But if the runner does not have money, then you're gonna win.
it's true. But Wes might have a Nisei in hand that he drew during the future perfect score, so maybe he wants to build up to score that out.
Okay, so now he's going on R&D, and he's gonna see 3 fresh cards.
Yeah.
Ooh, another
Jeez.
Nisei.
That's not what you want.
No, Wes had to do a double, triple take there. Ooh, NAPD.
Okay.
And if that was another NAPD, he would have enough because he has the Ghost Runner still. So you got to trash that Ghost Runner eventually. It's going to screw you over.
Yeah, and he's taking security testing.
And he does security test. Yeah. Man, look at this. Yeah, these resources are a serious threat here, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's his only source of money right now. He's going to kill DBS.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah. That's rough.
So interesting. And Wes probably does not have an agenda. I mean, he's looking for it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone Greg steals, it gets tougher. That's
Ooh.
probably... Oh, I wonder what that is.
How was that? Like, okay, so he saw 3 cards in R&D, stole 2 of them, and the third one stayed on top, right?
I'm not sure, yeah.
So he must have been holding on to a second Future Perfect in hand this whole time.
Yeah, or again, like,
'Cause-
just because it's double advanced doesn't mean it's not Nisei, so...
Sure.
We'll see.
Sure. I mean, he was holding on to another agenda, which, makes sense. The HQ has not been pressured a lot. There was that one turn where he went in. Oh, he siphoned on that turn, so I don't think he's really gone into HQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't top deck whatever that was. So Wes was just waiting for a good window here, which looks like he found one.
Yeah.
Wes here was so paranoid. He's talking about how he's going to go to 30 credits somehow. He's going to vamp me, and he's going to get in that remote. Like, this is what he was saying right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that card is, Wes, but I don't think you have to worry.
No, I mean, if you're doing Cyber Cipher, you're probably not also doing Vamp, but... I mean, I guess in general, you're probably not doing Crim Vamp, but... Yeah, I would just be worried about the click for credits run R&D.
What would be great here is if there was like some super stim hack card that gave you about 30 credits and lost you the game after it resolved.
Yeah.
The thing is, Greg still can't get through code gates on that remote.
Nope. Yeah, I think Greg is probably not. too worried about the
So
remote.
Greg here is building up some money a little bit, and I think he's just going to try and get an R&D probably one more time here.
Oh man, the second future perfect. God.
Second future perfect.
Yeah, Wes is doing.
Definitely not the scoring pattern you want as RP,
Not
but you
at
know
all.
what? He's at 6 points.
Yeah, he's doing it the hard way.
So he wants an NAPD at this point. That would be the best thing to score out at right now.
Yeah. Or maybe if he got a Nisei, that would be good news because there wouldn't be the last Nisei in the deck.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, his remote looks really solid to me.
Yeah.
I think he just needs the agenda, and he's good to go here.
Yep.
Outside of Cyber Cipher, so I do the more the Atlanta regional Andy Switchblade, which has Opman in that slot.
Yep.
So he's doing the Cyber Cipher and stuff, which is a really good include because Opman is
great.
generally for like Lotus Field, and I mean Opman's really strong. But
No, Opman works too. Yeah, but
really
the
like
Cyber Cipher is nice. It's really cheap to install.
Okay, so now he has to finally pay 2 for that quicksand, and he's gonna get in here. So we'll see. His 3 cards. He has enough to steal an APD. No, so he doesn't. He trashes a Caprice, but does not see the agenda.
Nice.
All right, let's see if Wes has something. If he does, I don't think there's a big decision to make here. Okay, so he's running here sitting on 8 cards, has to drop the Earthrise. Probably not a bad choice.
Nope.
Sitting on 4 tags and 1 credit. Why not? Okay. I like this play a lot.
Yeah.
So Wes needs to wait until his deck gives him an agenda at this point. Oh,
Yeah.
he has it.
Both. Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I wonder what that is on R&D. Probably not a Sentry, because Sentries are free.
Yeah, you know that Switchblade, not doing any work this game, but it is suppressing sentries, so that's something.
Yeah, and code gates are real cheap too, so maybe it's an Eli?
Eli, yeah. I mean, anything that costs him any credits to get through at this
Sure.
point is good, because Greg is so low on money that if he can get up to, I mean, he needs 8, 9, 10, 11. He needs like at least 11 right now to get through, I believe, if he lets the Crick fire.
Yeah.
And he would need like a stim hack to do that, basically.
Yeah, well, if he lets the Crick fire, Wes will probably just install a Caprice on R&D, so you don't want to do that.
Right. Yeah, so he needs probably 12, and alright, so he's gone in legwork.
Oh, legwork.
Okay, so wait, no, something bad happened there, but I don't think it's gonna matter. So I think he just paid 1 to break Crick. That's not right, is it?
No, I think it should have been 3. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I think that was a slight mistake, but it didn't matter. That is the game.
Nice. Yeah, so
NAPD.
that's just both sides kind of like racing each other, you know, not a whole lot of denial going on. But yeah, Wes coming out on top of that race. The DBS probably really helped. Oh, okay, so there was the Enigma, yeah.
He did have Enigma on that remote, and he was sitting on Yogg, so he could have dealt with that. We didn't see what that ice was in front of R&D. Eli, and then Caprice Ash. That server was a pain.
Yep.
I mean, even having to just pay 5 to get that Yogg down is pretty taxing. Okay, there. I'm flipping over some cards for the benefit
Sarugi.
of... Oh, yeah, Sarugi on HQ.
Just no point in resing the Sarugi at the end.
Right. But HQ was never really a big threat for me. At the Chrysium Grid... No, he didn't have Chrysium.
Oh, it was Excalibur. Is that Excalibur? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. That was nice of him. So Excalibur down on which would have been good.
Yep. Yeah, Wes didn't want to trash the Visage or the security testing after the tags. I guess he knew that he could just go fast enough, and as long as he hit 2 more agendas, he would be able to score out. And the R&D or the RP R&D kind of takes care of itself because the agendas are difficult to steal. So yeah, there you go.
All right, great game. So Wes moves up from the losers bracket, moving
Yep.
on, and Greg unfortunately is knocked out at this point. He gave a great performance
Yeah.
and a very solid player. Love the Cyber Cipher.
Yeah,
So
so good.
that is the game, and thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Noah for commentating.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, and we will have more on the channel very soon from this tournament. A few more games up from the cut and some very exciting stuff. Looking forward to getting online. Thanks everyone.